Hello, people. So it's that time of week again. I've actually got a buttload of books stacked right here. I'm going to do all these, review all these in bulk, and upload them every week, one at a time. Because I did change my phone. I had to get a new phone because I dropped my old one and broke it. But just going to redo all the old ones that I lost, the ones that I didn't get to upload, plus the little extras that I threw in just to keep you guys on your toes. So the first one we're doing today is Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck. I nearly forgot the name then. But this one is my second outing with Steinbeck. I studied Of Mice and Men when I was in school in GCSE, and then I studied it again later on, just a couple of years ago, because I wanted the experience of reading it for leisure, not reading it just because a teacher was telling me to, and having to analyze every line, figure out what it meant, etc. I wanted to read Of Mice and Men for my own personal gain, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. So I decided to take another dip into Steinbeck's world with Grapes of Wrath. Now, this book follows the Joad family, who have been essentially made homeless and workless by the banks shutting down their farm, etc. And they end up traveling. They're trying to get to California, and they're trying to get a new life in California with white picket fences and a big house and all that kind of American dream type stuff, which is a prevalent theme in Steinbeck's work a lot of the time. This is very, very, very enjoyable indeed. You definitely feel a sense of attachment to the characters, particularly if you've grown up in a working class family. You know how hard it is to be no money, to be poor, to be with no work, etc., to be struggling. And this is essentially the story of dreaming, a story of an American dream, the American dream, a poor person's particularly a dream, and something that people hold on to with both hands when they feel that there's nothing left. And throughout all the events of this book, I won't spoil anything for you guys, but throughout all the events of this book, that is bubbling under the surface. They never seem to let go of that. They never seem to give up. They never seem to just give in and curl up somewhere. And that is the most admirable thing about the Joad family. Pa Joad, Uncle Joad, Tom Joad, who's the main character. And none of them are really perfect, particularly the main character, Tom Joad, who's just come back out of prison for murdering somebody. But so it shows that even diamonds in the rough, even people who don't seem perfect, everybody is human. Everybody has a dream. Everybody wants to do better. Everybody wants to improve their lives. And underneath all the hard exterior, underneath all the Uncle Joad, for instance, is a drunk, but he very much displays his sense of family pride in himself and in his family, and he wants his family to do well. So that's a very clear message in this book, that everybody, no matter how rough they might seem, no matter how they look on the surface, underneath, we're all human. We're all human beings. We're all just trying to make it work, trying to stay alive, trying to struggle to survive. The final scene in this book, as I say, I will not ruin anything for you guys, but the final scene in this book, if you've read it, you'll know where I'm going. It is arguably the most emotion-packed passage I've ever read in literature in my entire life. It is full of tenderness, of beauty, of kindness, but at the same time of anger, of wrath, of pure, unfiltered fury at the same time. All these emotions, the tenderness that we feel was almost a motherly tenderness, the kindness, the human compassion. It's filled with compassion, with kindness, with gentleness, but at the same time, it's filled with absolute fury, wrath, anger, frustration. It is a really, really powerful, the very, 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 very last page of the book. Very, very powerful indeed. So go ahead, pick that up and read it. That's Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck. Thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyable. He is arguably a modern classic. So that's it. I'll see you in the next one.